Doug and Tia Wood here, and we're so excited for Massive Momentum Tour this summer. So many people have been asking, what is it and who is Massive Momentum for? Well, it's for anyone. Anyone who wants to get into momentum for what matters most to you.
That's right. We know that breakthrough happens in community. And so this is a night designed or a day designed for you to come and take action in your life, to create and center your life around what matters most to you. So we want you to book in at massivemomentumtour.com and come and join us to a city near you.
Welcome to, actually, Breakthrough Acres and my garage. We're here. I am taking photos for the Church Boy to Millionaire book. I'm really excited about it. I'm excited for each and every one of you to read it. Anyway, as we go over here, oh, this was a fun one. You'll see this in the book, but you know what? See if you recognize that shot. And anyway, this really, well, you know what? You're gonna have to read the book to find out what the broken mirror is about.
What Doug is, he does everything to help others have breakthrough, just like you've had breakthrough. So it's been fun just seeing this all come to life. What's been in his head, like coming forth. That's been really cool. I mean, like all these images that he has up on the wall. It's been really cool watching this. And the team bring this all forward.
Yeah,
so it's been pretty fun.
It's pretty cool. Here's the famous ironing board. Mom, where are you at? Mom's over there. She's been keeping us neatly pressed. Originally, I was going to do a shot of me jumping off a trampoline. But guess what? I bought a little tyke trampoline. Have you ever saw a 205-pound man try to jump off a little tyke tramp?
I think Phoenix is pretty fun.
Phoenix is loving it, but me, I'm like, okay, that's not happening. I'd rather not ruin that. So, you know, I'm gonna bring Big Sexy with me. All right, Big Sexy goes everywhere because if you're gonna keep your hair on point, you borrow your wife's hairspray, and you become a Big Sexy yourself. So anyway, here is, we got the family in the house, everybody. But here's the red chair. You'll probably see some red chair throughout the process. But all in all, we're having fun here. And I'm excited for each and every one of you to be a part of this journey with us. And wait and see what happens next, because we are gonna take a few more photos and call it a day. We'll talk to you guys soon.
My ears are filled with songs of destiny. My faith goes as far as my eyes
Friends, welcome to our journey and welcome to Massive Momentum. My name is Doug Wood and this is my beautiful wife, Tia. We are parents of 3 amazing children. Amaya, who's 15, Caitlin, who's 12, and Phoenix, who is 3. You know, it's been the last few years now, but we chose to disrupt status quo and chose to also live life different. See, I'm an author. I authored Church Boy to Millionaire. I open up my story in the book I just wrote. I'm willing to take the risk to be authentic to myself and to you and write the book and title it just the way it's meant to be. So I went raw, I went real, and 100% authentic in writing The Church Boy to Millionaire.
Got this? You did this?
Yeah.
Let's go get these in people's hands, right?
Yep.
That's what this is all about, right?
Pretty cool. All right, just finished chapter 4, heading into chapter 5. Here's my little hole I'm hanging out in all day. Anyway, it's a pretty cool studio here, but I'm buried inside of this area, recording like a madman.
There's a message in this book for, I believe, millions of people. There's something in here that's going to unlock some people to get freed up. I don't know what it is. That's between them and God or them and themselves.
It's been crazy. It's been a crazy ride as a family, and we invite you to come along with us.
So you are about ready to see our crazy. We all know we all got a little crazy. And so you're gonna see behind the scenes, front of the scenes, back of the stage, front of the stage, all the good, bad, and the ugly. But we hope that you, through this process, create massive momentum in your life so you can live a life on purpose.
Shopping for RVs. It's getting real. Momentum Tour 2019 is gonna be massive. Awesome.
We started off thinking maybe we should rent an RV. And
I
then
wasn't real.
we started looking at Sprinter vans. And then we're like, oh, these are awesome.
Yeah.
Then they're like, wow, living in a Sprinter van for 3.5 months
With
sounds,
5
with 5 people sounds horrible. And so we started looking at a little bit bigger RVs and a little bit bigger RVs, and so we found an RV. We're gonna show it to you in a minute, but we've been putting together, for all the new clothing gear, we've been putting together all the racks, all the sound and lighting equipment. So here's the RV. Now the cool part is we're getting this thing wrapped. And there it is right now in all its glory. So when I bought the RV, I'm like, this is great. I'll tow a vehicle behind it. Well, none of our cars towed. And so if we got the SUV pulling the trailer, we needed another car. And so we went out and had to buy a Jeep, a Power Color. So there's the Jeep. We're gonna hook it up to the RV.
You want to show them?
Baby.
Yeah, I mopped it and swept it.
You can show them.
So this is it now. Here's our kitchen, and then we have the bed and our beds. And then, yeah, so we're living in this for 4 months.
This is how we do it. This is the work we put in, and we believe that that you too can create that for yourself.
Something Tina and I learned a long time ago was the answer to how is yes. Or commit first, figure it out later.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna give you a window into what committing first, figuring it out later, because it wasn't until about 3 days ago that we're like, oh, holy crap, is this thing gonna happen? Like, we've committed, but it's like, can this even happen? But what is this next summer gonna look like? I don't know what's gonna happen to you.
No.
All I know is this tour.
We know we're gonna go be with people.
It's time to go be with the people.
Yeah.
We are heading out on the
2019.
Massive Momentum Tour. And here we go. 30 cities in 3 months.
We seriously do all across the country and come back. It's gonna be a fun summer. We're excited to be with you and hang with you. And we're loading up with this big old thing.
For me right now, it's like, God, I don't see why we're doing this, but I know there's a reason why, and I'm anxious to see the fruit of how far of the people that we've got to spend time with and the lives we've been able to impact over the next couple months.
It's gonna be worth it, and it's worth the investment, Tia, and just keep leaning into this process. And I'm excited for the people that I'm gonna meet along this journey.
Going into Phoenix, I was scared that people wouldn't show up to our event.
Yeah.
We only sold
The RSVP was
I think
pretty
we
low.
only sold 60 tickets. And when I say people, I mean I've been thankful that 60 would have shown up, but I rented a venue for almost 500. And doing this event, we're doing something that's never been done before. People are like, is this one of your health coaching events? No. Is this a church event?
Because it's at a church.
No. Well, then people want to know, then what is it?
Yeah.
We don't know. We know.
We do
but
know who it's for.
Yeah, we just knew that it was time to gather people, and I was afraid that nobody would show up.
When we saw the numbers of the RSVPs via Eventbrite, that was kind of low because we're like, we've got we have our whole team. We flew in our distribution center, Carrie and Carly, to come and set it all up, and that was just kind of a little bit of a low. So then we get there, we start setting it all up, and it's looking just beautiful. Just seeing all the gear, everything hanging, and your book, and everything's just coming together.
People wanted
want more.
this. People want more, just like we do.
Yeah, that's when we knew we're doing this, we're in this, and there's no going back. Even though there was still some doubts and things going on in us, it's like, Phoenix, you showed up, you shined bright, and you gave us a lot of hope for what we're doing.
Yeah, Phoenix taught us to set the stage to you're onto something. Go share this message with more of the world.
We lead from the future and we act in the now. The best time is right now. And so when we don't look to what's behind us, we look ahead, and because we have all these commitments and we see you, that's, I think, the biggest thing for me that draws me and gets me up, even on my funky days, is you. I see you in my head. I see you. I have you in my heart. I see you, and I want you to know that you're not alone. And that's why we've designed these nights for you. And so it propels me forward.
Yeah.
All right, baby, you ready to do this?
Yeah.
All right. God, we love you. We thank you for just calling us and asking us to go. And, there's been no obstacles to get in the way that we can just go. I just pray for each city right now. You would prepare the people. We could just be a light everywhere we go. That we could add massive momentum to every person that we come in contact with, to their life. And we just give this day, we give the next 3.5 months to your work, and doing your work in your name. Amen.
We left Phoenix on Thursday.
Yep.
Got on the road, and we're like a little traveling caravan.
We are.
We got to the event in San Diego, and it was one of those nights that we're gonna have to power through. And it was not San Diego. It was not the people.
No.
It was us. It was going, because those days that you have are just hard sometimes. And that Friday was it was here we are. God, we're on the road. I've got my family here. What are we even doing? We committed, and now we are figuring it out, and I don't feel like figuring it out today.
Yeah.
I think those are the days that most of us would go run and watch Netflix and binge all day.
We don't have that option. We don't even have, nothing works.
No, but that's what most people do,
Wi-Fi.
is when the going gets tough, we'll deal with it tomorrow. We had to deal with it tonight.
Yeah.
The best part of San Diego for me was pushing through.
Yeah.
And finishing the night strong, because when you feel like you're up against obstacles, to see us push through but the team pushed through and finished that night with excellence and strength without complaining. Not that there was a lot to complain about, but it was just like, even from the venue of, there was no place to put our trailer and you couldn't really back things in, and like everything was just complicated, but we continued to contend. And then just to see the lives and the couples that had complete breakthrough. And again, I will go to any city for one person. Now I hope there's more than one person there, but I will go just to know that one person's life was improved upon. And that happened by many people at San Diego. See, commit first and figure out the rest later. The reason that T and I committed to Massive Momentum was because we knew that we needed to step out of our comfort zone and do something. But most people try to figure it out and then commit if it's going to work. We committed to 25 cities. And we are committed right now. There's no going back. People are asking us, when are you going home?
August 15th?
After the tour. Well, is it going to work? We don't know. But it's amazing when you literally commit to anything that you want and anything that you do. The results will happen and the results will come, but you must commit.
Murmuration, and if you've never seen or know about murmuration, but it's when birds like soar together, starlings soar together, and it's at dusk and they soar in formation and make these beautiful, like, formations in the sky. And you think it's really beautiful, and it really is, but that's how they deflect the enemy. So the big birds that try to come in and eat them, because of how they soar, and they soar in flocks of, so they stay with a wingman of 7. So they stay connected with 7 by their side to stay in formation when they're soaring in the sky. So when you see that beauty like that, know that that's how they deflect the enemy and how they warm up their bodies to be able to go and sleep that night. So I saw this whole, murmuration. I'm like, wow, there's something to that. And that is the power of this community and this massive momentum and this collective of human beings that are saying, we're going to live life differently. We're not going to live it mundane and just settle for this is how it's always going to be. Up on stage and it was like, I'm unsettled. There's like an unsettled, like they know that there's more. And I mean, obviously look at the Silicon Valley. There's an unsettledness here because they're the most innovative people in the world. So I think you have to get to that place where like, I want to do more.
And that goes up. And that sticks in there. See that rung on this side? It's like locking. On the road for us truckers. For us mother truckers. Where are we going right now?
Real Doug Wood ain't even hit his prime yet. Unplugged with a millionaire mindset. Church boy to a millionaire, get there. Challenge the status quo, keep it raw though. Authenticity is the currency. Drop a couple friends and you'll change your frequency. Pay the price today and you will floss. Take a trip around the world, don't fear the cost, yo. Boss up, make your mind up. Take responsibility, don't ever give up. Dreams take work and that's a fact. Keep moving forward, no turning back. Pay the price today, pay any price tomorrow. Tend to be the lender, never have to borrow. No matter what all these people say, you can change your life, just win the day, yo. Profit with a purpose. Stay strong, I promise to be worth it. Push through all the strife. Introduce you to the integrated life, yo. Conquer your beast, discover your purpose. Stay strong, I promise it be worth it. Battle life's mess, strike the onset. Tap into your millionaire mindset.
My name is Roman. You can call me Ro, but my name is Roman.
You got to go on stage and perform. Can you just share about that?
Oh yeah. Well, it was impromptu, and then I hear Doug just look at me and say, get up here and rap. And I'm like, oh. But it was like, I felt like that was my moment at that moment, so I grabbed the mic and just went with it.
That people are coming together and pursuing a better life, a more purpose-filled life, and really getting into momentum, no pun intended, on what matters most to them. And it's fun. So while in Santa Clara and Sacramento, somebody broke into the back of the Escalade. And clearly they had something that they wanted more than we needed it. That's not true. Ashlyn got all of her clothes stolen. And it's interesting when you come up against obstacles like that. Years ago I would have freaked out, and it would have set us back. Seriously, been a major deal. I've had a lot of things happen in life, and I think that's where you take a look at life, and it's like, is life happening to me, or am I going to happen to life? And things, bad things are going to happen to good people, and we're out here doing a really good thing. And I think it's just us and the team, we've taken every opportunity to really learn from and to grow in.
We are literally in the farmland of Oregon. We're in Independence, Oregon. I'm gonna say Oregon because we're out here in the middle of it. But you know what? Massive momentum. It's all about the people. It's all about community, and it's all about breakthrough. And powerful, powerful night.
Every city has a different flow about it, has a different energy, and it's been really cool to just come into the area, kind of feel it, and then what do we want to bring to that region? What do we want to bring to that area? What I feel like for me, as I've been, really helping people connect to their future potential and connect to their future self and being that in the now, not waiting to become that person, but being that in the now. It was really cool for me because in Salem, it was in a barn, it was out in the country. I think there was 100, 150 people there, and it was just a really sweet, special night. For me, just a lot of gratitude in my heart, coming from, the Midwest in Iowa, born and raised on a farm. There's a lot of gratitude in my heart and grateful for the decisions my past self made to set me up to what I'm doing today, and just thanking my 5-year-old and my 10-year-old and my 12-year-old self for just the decisions I made over my life to live a life intentionally and fall forward and do things afraid.
I owned up and told my parents what I needed and what was not serving me in school. Like they talked about, I opened the book and I could get through the lesson in my past school, but I wasn't learning anything. I was just trying to get through it to be done with the school year. And so I'm going to say something, but what I learned is we have to own up to the problems we have in our life before we can have massive breakthrough. We got to confront the beast, like my dad says.
Tia! Oh my gosh.
That's the moment of Portland.
Best event ever. Okay, I know we say that about every event, but I think Portland coming home was special.
Very special night. A lot of just seeing familiar faces. A lot of your classmates were here.
which my heart was just like so happy.
Family, friends, old church friends, classmates, like just, again, everybody is on the same pursuit to become and discover the best version of themselves. And tonight it was like coming home, and it was coming home. It was a powerful night. Tia, you were on fire.
Was I? Well, I am excited because I feel like people truly came home to themselves tonight and are now able and have the ability to dream again and be connected to their future, and also have the action steps. Like, we gave them to them clear, like, okay, make a decision, confront,
contend, get into action, and be consistent. I mean, it's harder. We make it harder than it is, but that's literally how simple it is. And then showing up and doing it every single day.
Every day. We loved coming here to Portland. This meant a lot. And now we're on to Boise.
We are, and it was like homecoming night, so we will see you soon.
See you soon.
Kids had come with their parents to the Portland event because they found out our daughter was going to be speaking.
Yeah.
And to see your daughter up there, like our daughter, it's to see her up there, like just in her, like her fashion, and like she was just confident. I mean, this is our decisions, babe.
Yeah.
That was what was powerful in Portland, was seeing Amaya share her journey.
We got Row Baby running the road with the massive momentum. Hey, my. Just hanging. We had a phenomenal day in Boise.
Oh my God.
At night, it was a beautiful facility. It was a smaller, intimate crowd, and I say smaller as in, seems like our smaller events have been around 100 people.
Yeah, they're the movers and the shakers. Like,
Yeah.
I felt like we were talking to a room of 1,000.
Yeah.
Like, there was 100 people in that room, but I literally felt like as I'm speaking, I'm like, I am speaking to thousands of people because of the people that were represented
Right.
in that room, of the breakthrough that people were having.
And that's where we really talked a lot about that night, is how do you become a world changer?
Yep.
Well, you change your own world. And
Yep.
clearly, our friends in Boise are changing their own world, and they're
Yep.
going to change the world to
And
that
that was a new phrase for some people, because they're like, we're not a world changer.
Right.
You had like 4 or 5 people, I think, come
Yeah.
up to you, and you're like, you are a world changer. You're changing your world.
Yep.
And that's where it starts. Like, when you begin to change your world, like, everything around you changes.
It was not anything that I expected. Even though there were probably 300 people here, it felt intimate. It felt open. I feel like I got a sense of urgency out of tonight to identify what needed to happen next in our story and the importance of what we need to do.
Understand, getting into massive momentum and living on purpose, people will not agree with you. I just did a podcast in Boise, the one that's, I think it's the current one on there. I don't know what it's called, but go listen to it. I share a story about someone very close to me, and I named the person. It was literally the pastor's wife of my church I used to go to. Literally came into Starbucks one day and told me to stop posting what I was posting on Facebook. I'm like, does Zuckerberg pay you? I'm like, I was shocked. She's like, oh my gosh, Doug, your posters just they're making other people feel bad. Oh, so it's about other people now. She asked me to not post on my Facebook. There's a big story to it. You can go listen to it if you want, but the bottom line is, people, when you start disrupting your life for greatness, you will disrupt good people that have just chosen to stay average.
Castle Rock.
Castle Rock rocks.
Oh my goodness.
Because
the venue is so cool.
Well, the
It's like
venue
a
was there,
lodge.
and we got there early, so we brought Shay in. We flew our friend Shay in. We had Tia's family, Mandy and Ronnie, hosting.
Roxy was here.
Roxanne came
Yep.
in, and moms joined us on the tour, and we had to send Ramon home. Unfortunately, we love him. But
We'll
be
bring him back out. He'll be
back.
rapping again. He'll be
Daniel
rapping.
Drainer flew in to help us get going,
Yep.
and we did a restock of all the gear in the middle of the parking lot.
Yeah.
At the venue in Denver, and we tore the trailer apart, kind of went through everything,
Yeah.
and it's been cool. The gear's been going well, but we kind of had to really get organized.
Dave and Chantel, they rented out this amazing venue at the Tulsa Zoo, and we were so looking forward to like doing an event at the zoo. And I guess it was right over like the safari area,
Like
and
you
the
could see-
lions. And
the lion was
giraffes and
right
everything
there.
Right there. So we come rolling in the back end of the zoo. Okay. Now you got to understand, we're going in the back entrance. So we're going about the time we get set up. Now I don't know if you've heard about these Tulsa, Oklahoma
storms.
tornadoes and these storms.
Men came into and literally stayed through the whole night with sopping wet, barefoot with their jeans all sopping wet because they wanted to be in that room. They wanted to grow. They wanted to learn.
Again, it just showed me emotional intelligence, because even like my friend Clayton, like he was one of the ones that had to wait out, and he's just like, it'll dry. We'll get it down to the not the dry cleaners, but the detailer, and like, long as it didn't flood the engine, like we're good. And like most people would have been freaking out. My car, like, it just shows you that emotions we're in full control of our emotions. How we react and how we adapt to anything in life is our decision.
Phoenix, let's see it. Let's see, Phoenix. I saw the back. What is it?
So from Tulsa to Bentonville, we type in the GPS. And Daniel's driving, and I'm like, it seems like we're leaving a main road. But again,
you follow GPS.
Never been to Arkansas. I've heard there's a lot of gravel roads. And so we get off this main road. We're like, okay, boy, we are really going to Bentonville, Arkansas. I guess this is the way.
We're off-roading.
And sure enough, we start going down this bumpy gravel road.
GPS currently led us astray.
Yep.
But it looks like we can connect out here. Yeah. We're lost somewhere in the middle of Arkansas on a gravel road. Tell them, Phoenix?
That trailer got all muddy.
Did it? Oh no. Might have to watch it. Life on the road, baby. Life on the road.
Problem is, we're too dang selfish. We don't tell our skills with other people. We're, they'll find their way. No, they won't find their way. And that's why T and I are here letting you know that, you know what, our marriage was hanging on by a thread even 4 years ago before we had Phoenix. And we had to confront some things because we're going to finish this life strong. And gosh dang it, it pisses me off that some of my grandparents and some of the pastors I see around the country right now, or some of the people I used to look up to, just coasting into life, holding the best stuff to them, not telling the real stuff, what's going on behind the stage. I don't care what's going on this stage. I want to know how you're confronting Monday mornings. I want to know how you're confronting Saturday nights. I want to know how you're confronting when nobody else is around. What are you looking at? What are you doing? What's haunting you? How are you getting through it? How are you thriving? And where are you accountable? Because those are the areas that I started to feel isolated in. And so that's why we're here, my friends, is to talk about the real stuff, not to sugarcoat a bunch of stuff.
People think that everything has to be perfect before they can do.
Just
the thing is,
do
you
it.
gotta do, then things start to get perfect.
Yeah, just get into action.
With every area of your life, just do, just act.
Yep.
We woke up in Dallas and we had our first sold out event.
Yeah.
Like we woke up to text messages saying, or actually emails and messages saying, I can't buy tickets. It says it's sold out. Is there still room? And literally it was like that first feeling of like, wow.
Yeah.
They sense that there's
Yeah.
something more going on. in this movement, and they want massive momentum in their life.
And I believe that we're coming up into an era where it is a collaborative era, that we begin to do life collectively, advancing forward together. Because it's time for you to make a decision in your life, to be able to move forward and no longer focus on the black dot, but focus on what you're gonna create in your life. What are you gonna do differently to set up the next generation for success and blessing and favor and impact? We are chain breakers, so we break off the things that are holding us back, and we begin to connect up with what we're gonna create in the world, the impact we're gonna create in the world, the legacy we're gonna impact in the world. Not hoping to, not wishing to, we are. I would say the key to, the compound effect, the key to success is continuing to show up, do the work, be consistent when you think, is this really even matter? Yes, it matters. The world does not need another Tia Wood. It needs you to rise up in your magnificence, in your uniqueness that you can bring to the world. What is my future self inviting me into? So she also invited me to look out 25 years. It wasn't 5 years, it wasn't 2 years, she asked me to go out 25 years, which I will be 65, almost 65, and she invited me to partner up with her. And what is she doing? My friends, it matters the work we're doing so much. I believe it with all my heart that being our future self in the now has a powerful way to change the trajectory of our world. And this movement of massive momentum, of kick fear in the face, of all of us collectively going all out after our dreams, it's gonna shake this world in such a powerful, powerful way. The best thing that we can do is realize that we are not alone in this journey, and we are made better together.
So again, no time to hang out in Dallas.
No time. We got to have lunch.
We gotta get to Tuscaloosa. Yep. We were on the road.
We're on the road to
ready or not,
to Tuscaloosa.
Here we come. Good morning, sunshine.
So we're in Tuscaloosa. Okay, go down there.
Go run around. Stay
He's
out of the
stinky,
fire
and yeah. Okay. Okay, I think we got him. He's playing behind us here.
So here in Tuscaloosa, we just being here in Tuscaloosa is getting tongue twisted.
Tuscaloosa
is awesome because we're here at the house.
At the lake house.
At the lake
house. At the Magnolia Lake
Tia,
House.
You killed it. On the lake. Got a great place. Of course, Scott and Christy and Amaya, we get to see her after 2 weeks and give her the big hug that we desire. And we're just gonna pause here for a minute because we need to finish. And it's been awesome because I don't think this is gonna work.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna have to finish this up.
Yeah.
Like tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah.
Back to Tuscaloosa. Y'all, life on the road is interesting because time is precious. And so are 2.5-year-olds.
Hey, we're wrapping up Tuscaloosa, Massive Momentum. Phoenix had an amazing time, and kids, that was fun, huh? Kids program, was it fun? Yeah. And we had an amazing night. It was church tonight. I mean, we got to be at the Schatz Lines, powerful night. A lot of people awakened to living out their dreams and their purpose on the earth. I think we're gonna see a lot of impact come from this night in the next couple years. So love you all, and we'll see you at the next stop.
Oh my goodness, that's all I have to say. Tonight at Massive Momentum, some folks got crazy up at Massive Momentum.
Yes.
Were y'all changed?
Yes, world changes.
And awakened. Awakened and changed simply by understanding that what is your future is already in you. The seeds are already in you. The seeds are already in it. Tonight, our seeds got watered, they got planted, and guess what? In about 6 months, Makanda, you just said it. In about 6 months, we're going to see a lot of what?
Change.
A lot of change and growth.
Growth, prosperity, and wealth.
We're going to see it because those seeds are going to germinate. Tonight, Massive Momentum. Thought you were going to be a 10, but it was way out into another stratosphere.
I tell you what, the Schatzlines are like a musically gifted family.
Yeah.
And their mom
Isaiah.
and Isaiah had the guitar, and like it was cool. Like they started playing some old song hymns and bluegrass, and we just sat around the kitchen and like singing, worshiping, loving on each other.
Yeah.
It was just a very, very.
I mean, the Spirit of God just like fell in that place. I
Mhm.
mean, Mom, I was looking over in the corner, and Mom was like worshiping with her
Mhm.
hands up, and tears were streaming, and you know, Ashlyn and Jeff were over here hugging, and I mean, it was just like, it was just a powerful day.
Yeah.
No time like right now.
Yep.
Like you don't have to be in a building. You don't. Have to, it doesn't have to be perfect. He's like, well, if we want to stop and worship, let's do it right now.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Sometimes I think we tend to put our faith in a box, and it's like we can pull it out when it's convenient or when there's less things going on.
Yeah.
And the Schatzlines really challenge us. Just they live their life.
Yeah.
Who they say they are, they live
Yeah.
who they are. And I'm not saying that other people don't. I'm just saying like they just do it
We
now.
appreciate that about them.
Yeah.
It helped us and inspired us and awakened
Just
us.
to live more spirit-led. Like
Yeah.
if the spirit's trying to move, like don't block it. Don't
Yeah.
don't get in the way of what's a conversation that maybe needs to be had right
Yeah.
now. And it was neat because we just did a panel for Father's Day, and we just shared some truth with fathers, personal experiences as fathers, but also challenged the fathers in the room. And it was just a really cool morning. Monday was our final day in Tuscaloosa. and it did not disappoint. We were fully baptized in coffee, as you can hear it brewing right now, baby. We were baptized in coffee.
Yep.
And Roll Tide.
So we bought out the Crimson Tide store.
Did you? Yeah, baby.
We overspent. We're official converts.
Yes.
We're gonna be in Bama country.
It's called indoctrination. It's called flipping recruits.
You gotta
they were already kind
I've
of
been flipped.
They were silent. They were a silent commit to another school, but they hadn't signed. And once they stepped on the territory here and they experienced the Bama atmosphere, they now flip schools. And we got him coming.
It's in the
to
water.
He's playing fullback
It's in the
now
air.
for
It's
University
in the-
of
it's in the
Alabama.
air.
He's signing with us.
So this is just all the guys that played in NFL. Look at these helmets, guys. Everybody that's ever played in NFL here from the university.
God gave you a unique ability. Some of you guys are phenomenal communicators. Some of you are showing up to a job. And right, Rashad, some people treated the NFL like a job, and it was like either took it easy or got there on skill, talent alone, but they didn't truly love the game. Yeah. And then they wondered when things got hard, why to quit or why these days get hard.
Yeah, and then when you love something, when things get hard, you don't quit. You figure out a way and adjust. How can I stay here? How can I get better so I can hold on to this?
That is why it's so important to find and love what you do.
Yeah.
Love what you do. And if you're not being paid for it yet, keep going and find a way to get paid for it. It is 2019, and it is so important to operate in your unique ability and to have purpose and passion for what you're doing.
Welcome to Nashville, everybody. Welcome to Christiana, Tennessee.
We're up here in the woods.
We are up here in the woods at Coach Burt's
Yep.
beautiful lodge.
And
Natalie's. They're such a blessing in our life. Coach
Yep.
Burt came, I heard him first at 10X 2 years ago.
Mhm.
Came and spoke for us at Intentionality Summit. We came to a couple of conferences here,
Yep.
or one here, the Grover Retreat,
Yep.
here at the lodge, and we're just like, you know what, this is such a creative space. We're gonna go and
We're gonna go see Nashville.
we're gonna go see downtown Nashville.
It's been such a joy having you out here with Auntie T and I. But I want you just to maybe share with everybody for just a couple minutes.
I would say you're going to have to start with getting yourself in order and finding yourself, because it's really hard to balance other relationships and finding yourself. So this past year, I took a year away. I went to boarding school. I left my parents, I left my siblings, I left you guys, I left everybody to go be with people and better myself. While I was there, I wasn't worried about what was going on around me. I was physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally working on myself so that I can come back and integrate and be me in every relationship and learn how to love, say yes to my parents, but not sacrifice myself for them. And in all the relationships, not just my parents.
Any closing words?
Just be you. Like, learn who you are and be you and be that same person in every relationship.
Well, being on this tour has been an adventure. It's been overwhelming and exciting, and yeah, I'm so happy to be here. And I think sharing my story was just the next step of me, growing and why I came on tour in the first place.
This is good. I mean, we're in Indianapolis, so it's not Iowa. It's not where I was born and raised, but It feels like my Midwest, my people. When I look out in the audience, I see them.
Valor Globe Online has really, like I said to a few adults, given me a voice to like speak what I love about school, but also it has given me the business mindset and how to go forth into the world of knowing who you are, but also knowing what you want to do. Because many I know don't know what they want to do, and they're just about to go into spring into life. They're like seniors, and I have a lot of friends like that, and I want to help them by knowing what they want to do, and also stepping into their purpose.
What wisdom would you give the parents in the room for raising up this generation, and how can they help their kids become their best?
Well, enrolling them into Valor Global Online. That's the first thing. And just if they really want to pursue like this dream of theirs, maybe something's not working out at their school, talk to them about it, and just say, what do you want in your education? What do you want in your life at the moment?
I think these people are going to really go apply it, because it is. It's like a paradigm shift that's taking
right.
place in them today. So we love you, Chicago.
And we're losing Tia from the tour.
Yeah, for 3 stops, but
Yeah.
I'll be back with you come New York.
So if you see Lamilo weepy over the next few days at Massive Momentum, you know that I've lost my mojo.
Can I ask you a question? Okay, so bye, see you. Yep. So we're ending here at Massive Momentum. So can you share with me, what does Time to Fly and Kicking Fear in the Face mean to you?
My husband and I actually are going through, we're in the process of selling our business. And in all honesty, Doug's story is so similar to my husband's. It's meant a lot. And he couldn't be here today because he actually took another job so that we can sell our business until I am more successful as being a health coach. And the program, the community, things like this, open the mind, open the heart to just endless possibilities.
Well, I love that you're taking the action steps, to create your life. You're not just like sitting back saying, okay, this is what the hand we were dealt, but you're going after it and excited to see what's going to happen in your future. Do you want to talk?
I don't know what I'm going to talk about. I already talked.
Just how do you kick fear in the face on a daily basis?
On a daily basis. I guess I made a decision 18 months ago to take back my health and to take back my life and to guide other people to the same thing. And I just know that with every single decision that I make every single day, it makes that fear smaller and smaller and smaller, and it makes it easier to continue to kick it in the face. And it just makes me want to live my best life out loud more because of it.
And you're shining bright, my friend, so keep shining.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, here we are in Lexington. It's a competition between food service provider tonight. No, what is it? It's a
Food pantry?
Food pantry and Massive Momentum. We're gonna help every person that comes to the food pantry get into Massive Momentum. Years ago, I was not far from needing to ask for food. And it's a very real place that people are in. There's a lot of needs out there, isn't there, Ashley? Like, there's a lot of hurt. A lot of people that don't know where their next meal is coming from, and so my heart just goes out to these people. I don't know. I think it's cool, though, too, because we all have a mission, and we all have a calling. And, like, my calling is not to serve food, but that is the people that we were just in there talking, that is their calling, that is their mission. I mean, it's interesting because the truth is, if we all stay in our lane and do our calling, like, we can truly change the world.
See, money exchanges hands when problems are solved.
Yep.
There's 75 of us here tonight. There are 75 major problems in the world right now. And people would pay you, and I'm gonna say millions of dollars, if they knew what you knew. Okay, so please do not, when I wrote the book, my editor, Jordan, said, Doug, the reason most people don't end up writing a book is because they underestimate what they already know. Their fear to get it out, they assume everybody knows what they know through. We are all good at something in this room. Yeah, we may be challenged or struggling or contending in another area, but we have so much wisdom and strength in another area, and we hold it to ourselves because we think, well, before we can dance, we got to get all these other areas in our life in order. We don't. We got to get into action and start serving this world. Massive Mo, Kentucky. You know what, Ashlyn? Tonight turned out really awesome. At first, we didn't know if there was 4 people gonna be here, but they all come showing up at about the right time. It was cool. It was a powerful night. The energy felt like 750 versus 75. And you know, I'm gonna be posting about it tonight, but you don't, like, some people are impressed with numbers. I'm impressed with hearts.
One of the things that I'm having in my life been the most petrified about, I wrote it in the book that I wrote, one of my favorite chapters is the last one. It's called Shut Up and Dance. And I've always been afraid of perception, especially when we're in a public place and people start dancing. You ever been to a place where there's dancing? A few people are dancing, and everybody else is standing around the perimeter. Got a little drink. We're watching. Sometimes we step. When no one's watching, you just step a little bit. Pardon my whiteness. Just step a little bit. You know, I think the dance floor, honestly, is a great metaphor for life. And I made a decision that said, I don't want to live my life standing on the perimeter. I want to live my life dancing. Because I got one chance.
Several people said things out loud tonight that they've never said before. I think they were scared to death. I've talked to several of them afterwards, and they're like, I'm scared. That the action scares me. The decision, going public with it. So to me, like, everybody thinks the breakthrough is when the result happens. But to me, the decision is the biggest breakthrough.
All right, I am so excited to have been here tonight. I've really enjoyed our time together. I loved hearing Doug's heart, especially living above the line and just embracing personal responsibility for just everything in life. And growth starts with me. It doesn't matter what relationship or what area of life, you know, just to stop kind of like waiting for other people to grow or blaming it on them and realize that it all starts with me. And when I grow and when I embrace growth in my life and I put the work into that, then I'm gonna see growth happen.
Okay, so one of the best things we love to do after Massive Momentum is utilize the facility to see what it's all about. And you know what? We're all just children at heart.
Here we are.
So Corey and I are gonna go down this slide. Check. We don't even know where it goes.
We don't know.
Now, check this out. We're going down. I don't know if I should go down head first.
Yeah, I was thinking about it, and we don't know how we're gonna get back up, so we might be having to climb back up the slide.
Here it goes.
Let's do it, man.
Here it goes.
Let's do this.
Going in. Corey's coming down on top of me.
Yeah, man.
Here we go. You might never see me again.
Oh. Well, I was gonna go head first, but not anymore. I'm not going head first. I'm not going backwards. I'm going feet first because holy shnikes, that thing was fast. Oh, you gotta just close the lid and give me full experience. Woo! Oh, God. I had to put that thing back in just to have the whole experience. Oh my God. Oh, we're coming. It's so awesome. That's how they get into kids' church, man. How cool is
And then
that?
you got to run into this.
Yeah,
welcome to kids' church, everybody. Let VBS start. Massive momentum.
Daniel, are you tired?
No.
Hey, we're retiring this guy tonight.
I'm out.
This is his ceremony. Yeah. We have to haze him tonight.
Sweet, let's do it. It's gonna be fun.
Now Daniel has came on this tour and blessed our socks off. Yeah. He's drove. He's cleaned trailers. He's dealt with the poo-poo water a little bit. He's fixed. He's gotten oil changes. He's prayed for us. He's loved us. He even got his daughter on the tour here today. And this guy's seriously, this guy's a warrior, and he's a good friend, and he's a good man, and he loves a lot of people. And I just want to say, because I don't know where we're gonna see this next, but I want to make sure it's documented that you know how much T and I appreciate this.
Thank you.
And dedicating your summer to loving on us and making all of our job not just a lot easier, but your spirit and your encouragement behind the scenes of making things seem easy.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Anyway,
I
I love you.
appreciate it. Love you, babe.
Love this guy. Now you can talk. Now you guys can talk.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
All right. So Daniel, tell us about your experience on Massive Momentum, and how did you like driving the RV?
Yeah, I'm gonna take this for a second. So honestly, Massive Momentum wore me the heck out. So, I mean, everything's great, but man, traveling, different beds, it's just hard. You know, it's hard on your body. My neck is just like, ugh, my back. But all in all, it's all worth it when you see just breakthrough happening in people's lives. I mean, it really is. You just sit back and go, it's just cool to be a part of the story, anybody's story. Anytime you see breakthrough and you're able to be a part of those stories, no matter what part you play, that's pretty cool.
One fire in the whole wing, so everybody can just.
You know, popcorn, if you guys don't want to use your fingers.
Oh, you just dip the popcorn in it. Yeah. Oh, you dip the popcorn.
Oh, gosh.
Are you doing it?
Stop it.
You're doing it. Look at him. Let's see. Let's watch his action.
He's wet for it too. No trepidation.
Drink some water and help cool it off.
Oh shit. It's not the initial that gets you. I'm kidding, it's freaking hot.
Yeah, it feels like
No, don't drink. I promise it'll make it worse.
Does it?
Yeah, eat another.
Cherry zero.
Eat some more popcorn. That'll make it worse.
You know what that just did? That made me not want to get wings anymore.
This is fire in the hole. Is this fire in the hole?
Fire out the hole. It's not bad.
I'll give it a second.
It gets hotter.
It's not bad.
It's not like
it's nice.
It's not as well. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's not as hot as I thought it was going to be.
Building?
Now I just feel like we're like leading you through all this build-up.
No, it's hot. It's hot.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed.
No, like you don't go back for seconds.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys want me to go to B-dubs or get like the
It's aftertaste. Now it's getting like now it's like.
Ting.
Ting.
Clip, clap, clap. Hey!
New York.
For New York. They went ahead and drove out on Sunday morning, and they had a long day. So we had a nice healthy happy hour the next day. It was awesome. And then I caught a flight to New York that night. And the cool part was then I flew in. About that time, you and the girls showed up to the hotel. And then it was like, woo, vacation. And guys, at this point, we need a break. I was toast. Not just the triple header that we did, but I totaled up, we had done 29 events in 58 days.
Because a lot of it was we were doing like back-to-back, like smaller gatherings.
Yeah, we
outside
do
of
health coach trainings. We do Massive Momentums.
For walks and
28
Massive Momentum.
events in 58 or 59 days.
Yeah.
That's an event every other day. Plus driving. By this point, we have driven about 8,000 miles and slept in a different hotel room
All the way
every
up,
single
sneaking down.
night. Yeah, we did almost 70% of Massive Momentum in the month of June.
Yeah.
So here we are, we just finished, and we're like, all we can think of is 5 days for 4th of July in the Hamptons.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was so peaceful, it was so nice. We hardly took any photos.
Yeah.
Jeff and Ashlyn and Daniel flew back home to his family.
Yeah.
Jeff and Ashlyn went to New York City and hung out in the city for the week, and they took a vacation and toured the city. We went to the Hamptons and just crashed and hung out on the beach, and
We weren't quite ready to get back.
we're like,
We were like in the
massive. And I was so excited for what this event I knew would do for the hearts
Yeah.
of the people here. But like, I was just like, I don't want to do this. Like, I'm so fatigued. Like, I'm so tired.
In the natural.
In the natural, but my spirit is so alive.
Yeah.
You know, it's nice to create yourself a life that you don't need a vacation from, or that you can pretty much buy your way out of any situation you're in. But that's the importance of making commitments to yourself and other people that you will not ever break, because we're in a situation right now here in New York that even though everything within me wants to be back in Arizona right now,
Yeah.
I would never break the promise to myself or the people that I've committed to on Massive Momentum. And forget about Massive Momentum. Like I said, we're going to finish this tour with excellence. And
Yeah.
seriously, I don't care what happens. We're going home. I don't know if I'd said this, but a few weeks ago, we thought that Breakthrough Acres was going to burn down because there was a fire right next
Brush
door.
fire. The Morenzes were like putting water down everywhere.
And we stopped and prayed, and we're like, even if our house burns
Yeah.
down, we're not going home.
Yeah.
And I guess that's the message of Massive Momentum. That's the millionaire mindset.
Yeah.
Is taking personal responsibility and living above the line, and just do what you say you're going to do.
Yeah.
God called us to meet people where they're at,
Yeah.
which is why we're on the Massive Momentum tour. Like traveling the country, meeting with people on their turf. We're a little rusty.
Yeah.
Nice to have a break, but it's painful to come back on. That's right. We will prevail. Finish strong.
Five more stops, but New York was cool. The energy here and the spirit here, the people get stuff done. And today, like, we talked about things, the decisions that we're making, things that we're confronting, and things that we're creating. We had to like pull off the mic because people wanted to keep sharing. And it was like, okay, like it's about 3 o'clock, it's time to end. And people were like, no, I'm gonna freaking do this thing. It's like, that's what we want. That's what Massive Momentum has been all about, is not talking about it, doing it. In New York, I tell you what, hard to beat this stop. This is a special stop.
Hey, JC Dornick here. Just had the honor and privilege of being one of the hosts and speaker at this Massive Momentum tour. And I gotta be honest with you, I've been to a lot of things like this, and this was different. This was real, it was raw. It was just exactly what it is that we needed to hear.
I just love these people. I love me some New York. Let's go party it up in the city tomorrow. Yeah.
Ramon just showed up. He showed back in
brought some
to
good
serve
energy.
and love, and Jeff and Ashlyn, they're just contending.
They just keep
and
us laughing.
They do. We're like in this together. We keep looking at each other like, well, we all knew we signed up for a crazy adventure.
There's some moments where we're just like look at each other and
It's
be like,
freaking crazy.
We can speak, but it's just our eyes.
Yeah, there's only, if you had to be a part of this tour to like get all the crap that we're dealing with behind the scenes.
All right, people don't believe I do this stuff, but here she goes, here she blows. Beautiful. Oh.
All right, Jeff. Ready? Number 21, about ready to go down.
The really cool thing about this event is that it's actually not about this event. People walk through these doors thinking that they're going to have an evening of inspiration and motivation, and that's what everyone gets. But the most important thing isn't about what happens inside of this room. It's about what happens when they walk out, with what they take out of this room. Because motivation, inspiration, it's cute, but it's momentum, and turning that momentum into daily, consistent, bold, unapologetic action that's gonna really change the world and change our future. And Tia and Doug just kept speaking that into us in every different way when we weren't looking, so that way we can actually hear it.
But what action are you about ready to
I'm
take?
going to go live on Facebook and talk about facing our fears, and that we all have them, and you think you're the only one, but you're not.
Yeah. Are you gonna do that right now?
I mean, I could do it this very
Okay,
second.
how about tonight, right when we're done here in 15 minutes, we're gonna watch Elizabeth walking around here on live. Huh?
All right.
Come on now, let's just roll. This is how we do. We get into action. I love it. I love it. All right, who else? And just know the moment you get a negative comment or a negative side message tonight,
your back.
I want you to unfollow the person. Okay? And delete it. They have no business. Think about it like this. Would you allow someone to walk in your home and sit on your sofa and tell you how to live your life? No. So why would you let them post stupid crap on your Facebook feed? Just delete it and block it. You guys gotta balls up a little bit. You got to keep your mind so focused. There's so much crap coming at you. You've got to stay laser focused. Otherwise, these people will beat you down.
Doug, do you have some words to say?
My words are Washington, D.C. rocked. It's hot, but I can see the light at the end of the tour.
Yes.
You would not know that this is the 21st stop.
No.
You wouldn't.
No. Like everyone here was like, so is it just getting started?
Were they
You're
really?
just getting the party started.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now all the people that weren't here tonight, they're messaging me, where were the rest of the stops? Where are the rest? They were seeing too much on social.
That's good.
Can I just say, why doesn't everyone stay for this part of the party? You guys want to?
You know what? I will say something about Washington, D.C. Their help on the after party. We love everything else about it. Look, we do keep record of wrongs when it comes to who helps
They're
us
just
work
like
the
scurrying
out.
on out.
Right.
Thanks
for my kick for in the face t-shirt.
How's my people? We're almost down to the easy stretch.
Yeah.
500 miles tomorrow and Sunday, and then we'll be in South Carolina. And
We're actually getting close, aren't we?
The update is, so we're here in Charleston. We got settled in, went to go to work and get some work done because we do live an integrated life. And we discovered there's absolutely zero Wi-Fi. We couldn't even get a text message out barely. So it's 95 degrees, 59% humidity, and we're loading up, but we don't know where we're staying tonight.
I have to laugh right now because otherwise I'll cry. But we're gonna figure this out.
Yeah.
But beautiful
okay.
plantation, right?
Yeah.
Just not quite the right place to get business done this week and coach people
No
and
Wi-Fi.
build videos that are branding a whole mega conference this fall. So love ya, plantation in
So
Charleston,
beautiful.
but we gotta peace out.
It was a smooth drive to
Yeah.
South Carolina. Now, something that's fun about the RV right now is the lock on the door is not working
Yeah, we
at all. You can't get in, you can't get out half the time. So,
have to shout out the window.
somebody's climbing through the window
Yeah.
to unlock the person that's in there or to try to get out. And anyway, it's been quite a cluster, and it's been.
My emotional state right now. I think Ashlyn, you asked me, how was I feeling here in South Carolina when we had to check out of the Airbnb because it wasn't the right fit for our family and for work, play, life that we live, this integrated life. So I felt very discombobulated, and that's been my last few days. It's just taken every ounce of my energy as a mama.
I've never, ever been this physically or emotionally exhausted. Like, I pushed myself farther than I've ever pushed myself, which just shows you we can all, everything's mental, it's not physical.
Whatever that next thing that you need to do in your life that you're avoiding, go do it, because there's so much to be learned, so much so much purpose in it. So I think that's probably what I've learned more than anything through this tour is I'm so grateful we said yes.
Massive Momentum has even pulled things up within me, in you, and in our marriage the last 2 to 3 months since being on the road that we either have to deal with, confront, grow in for us to get better and to get into even more rhythm and momentum.
Yeah.
And so, it's an interesting word, massive momentum. It's not the front end stuff, it's the back end stuff that is really holding most of us up.
I'm sorry, 91 degrees, I stand corrected. 72% humidity. I don't know if you can get that. Yeah, it's legit. It's the real deal. Woo-wee, 72% humidity.
It's all sweat. This ain't water.
Come on, somebody.
This is Massive Momentum Tour, you know what I'm saying? How you know you working if you ain't dirty? Gotta get
Bro's
dirty.
gonna think it's a rap video now.
Yeah.
Hey, the problem is you stopped working to do your video.
Oh, I gotta get back to work, because boss says boss up, boss up. Make your mind up.
Okay, what we got going on here is we're in Tulsa. No.
What? Charleston.
We're in Charleston. It's raining, so I thought we were in Tulsa. We're in Charleston. We have an Optavia event tonight.
thunder's coming,
That we need sound for. We just got the RVs cleaned. Everything cleaned, and literally we went through a torrential downpour. That was great. And then, we got to set up a little sound tonight for our training here in Charleston.
So it was awesome leaving South Carolina. We all thought, for some reason, that what I had in my calendar, that Atlanta was 220 miles.
Yeah.
When we went to leave, we were going to get an early start, and then we had some setbacks and stuff with the Jeep, and we had to clean out the RV and stuff. Then we looked in our... No, then we realized we were going to Marietta, Georgia, which is 40 miles or something north of Atlanta. And so, and then from the spot I had measured it from, it was another 60 miles. So basically we had 320 miles to go. And we had to be there for a dinner at 5 p.m. that night in Atlanta.
The theme of today is it's complicated. So we pull that out of there, and then we have to line this up perfectly. I don't even know what these things are called, but this is what we're doing. And we have to hook up, these are the safety cables. So what we do now is Ro gets in the RV, we pull forward and make sure that these lock, and also just to make sure that the Jeep's dragging okay.
One adjustment to hers here. What are you going to have, T?
What did you order? The ultimate
The same thing I told you a second ago. An ultimate omelet with sliced tomatoes on the side.
It comes with either green and peppers, onion, with mushroom, sausage, and bacon with cheddar cheese.
The guy that cooked just gave me a, dude, I just realized who you is. I'm like, peace. All right, we're gonna put the pedal to the metal.
That's what happens.
We gotta get there.
We're going to a theater tonight.
I need to show you something.
We're excited. It's hot, but it's not as hot as Charleston, so it's good to be here. Yeah, we have 4 more to go. So after tonight, it's only 3 more. So we're excited to be with you tonight, Atlanta.
We're like elbow to elbow, and for 400 people to fit in here tonight is going to be interesting. But you know what? We embrace the obstacles of the way every day. We pray that there would just be mountains moved, eyes opened, and clarity, Father, that some massive decisions would be made, marriages would be restored.
You know, I had a picture in my mind of who I wanted to become as a wife and as a mom, as an entrepreneur, because I knew like I came from this amazing bloodline, but the negative would rear its ugly face. A beast is ugly. And so you contend every day in this area of confronting, because you got to have people in your corner that are the truth people, not your amen corner. These are your truth people that are going to help you navigate and become the best version of yourself, that are going to help you become accountable to the things that you say you want to shift and change in your life. And this is where I got the right coaches in my life. I got the right people around me that weren't just like, oh, I'm so sorry that you yelled. No, like, okay, let's look at this. How can we shift it? And I really learned to stop, to challenge my emotions, and to choose what the outcome I wanted to have.
The Spirit of God was so strong here, and it liberated me, but also when I get pissy, I get edgy, and actually I get more unplugged and more raw and real to be unapologetically me. And so it was like the perfect storm and combination of coming together tonight to see literally chains were broken off of people. I mean, we had people in the audience that were made the decision to break with depression. We had one couple literally recommit to each other. They were literally in an office last night getting ready to sign divorce papers, and they came here as one last chance, and the guy stood up and said, I was going to bail.
We're feeling energized from last night's Massive Momentum night because it fired us up. We needed that win. But the truth is, we're in Florida, and it feels good because literally, officially from Florida, there's only one way to go, and it's home.
We are at Disney World. I've been here since the 8th grade.
but you never come to Disneyland in the summer, or Disney World in the summer, unless you can do VIP. So we got us some VIP today. So as I talk about in the book, pay the price today, so you can pay any price on July 22nd.
It's 110 times the size, deliberately, because Walt found himself landlocked really fast once he started building Disneyland. So he wanted to have as much control of the land as he could around him, so that he didn't have show interference with feeding in the parks.
Yeah.
It has been 9 years since my first convention. This is my 9th convention, and I couldn't be more excited to be with you, obviously today and throughout the weekend.
Hi everyone, so my dad has sunglasses on. As you can see, he is not a diva. He wants to be, he just isn't. He's very authentic. Course. Yes. So, but the real Doug Wood. But he has sunglasses on because he came home and his eyes kind of looked like, you know, like that little character where they kind of try to put a line on an emoji. Yeah. That's what he looks like because he doesn't know. His eyes are really tiny. Weird. They're super tiny, and it really hurts. So he's actually closing his eyes right now.
I think he got sunblock in his eyes.
Yeah.
But my voice works. Don't worry, my voice still works.
Yes. You're rocking your sunglasses from the Inner Circle party, right?
Yeah, so I'm rocking the red sunglasses because everything's just super bright. Just like life. My future's so bright, so I gotta wear shades.
We've been on the Massive Momentum tour. It's been a really eye-opening experience. I've learned a lot of things. And yeah, it's been just very life-changing this past couple weeks.
And the first day with me right at Disney was that we did a private tour with this, what was his name?
Frank.
Frank.
But this convention was unlike anything I've ever experienced with people. Like, because of what this tour is doing for people's lives, I know God called us and we said yes to this, but I don't think we fully see even what this tour is about. When we started the Massive Momentum tour, I think in my mind, I didn't realize how much Amaya and Caitlin were such a key part of making this tour happen. And
I always knew I was adaptable, but if you've been on the Massive Momentum tour, you had to learn how to adapt. Okay, so this is Kinsey. This is our niece. Oh, and there's little
Phoenix with blueberries.
Here, I'll hold your blueberries.
I want blueberries.
And he's watching Peppa Pig.
No.
It's okay.
Hey, Phoenix.
No.
Phoenix, we got a couple questions for you.
No.
What's Massive Momentum mean to you?
No.
Yeah, exactly. Phoenix is done. Yeah, so then that night, partnering for getting back into momentum after a 2-week break from Massive Momentum. But the weird part is getting back into momentum to finish the tour.
You have to kick fear in the face no matter what it may be. It could be personal, it could be business, it could be whatever's holding you back. You just gotta let go. Yeah. But for me, it means to not stop what I'm doing. You can't let up. You just have to keep going and going, especially if it means something to you, what you're doing, that if you let up, it could all go away.
I love just how the people are all so friendly and everyone's here for a place to come and find community and find purpose and really just strive for more in life.
I was just saying in the RV that I absolutely will not miss about the tour is walking out of every event, absolutely giving it everything I had. 11:30 at night, totally hungry, and everything's closed except like the all-night places, and then you have to sit down and wait for food. And then you eat like crap late at night. But there's nothing you can do. We haven't been working since noon, and so almost 11 hours ago is when we started the day. And you survive as long as you can on Optavia bars. And then you're just like, I got nothing left in the tank, and you're toast. So anyway, Waffle House it is tonight. We got back from an amazing trip in New York and met with the one and only Gary Vee, and Tia did all the talking.
No, I did not. Angie did.
Yeah, it was
Our
really
partner.
cool. But it was neat to go up and just learn from literally the best.
Yeah, seriously.
Gary Vee, and I had an incredible 30-minute conversation with him. Obviously photos to show of it, but really just talked about partnering together in education.
Then we got to go to New Orleans.
Yeah, the cool part was we flew back to New Orleans and we met the team in New Orleans. We got to go with our friends Danelle and Paul DeFriend's house.
Yeah.
And
Graham's house.
Their Graham's house. They call her Graham.
Graham.
And y'all should have saw these people when we pulled up. Like they rolled out the red carpet,
Yes.
but it was the green grass bayou carpet.
Yeah.
And we went on boat rides. We got to see behind the scenes of the bayou.
Yep.
We got to see
Shrimp boil.
We had the biggest shrimp boil.
And I do that because the pot in the backyard is on this like thing that's boiling all the broth.
Yeah.
And then they just dump like fish, like with it's not just
It was 35 pounds, so it was a laundry basket full
straight from the bayou
shrimp.
the day before.
Yeah, freshly caught.
Yeah.
We got to go swimming with the alligators, baby. We went on the fan boat ride. I've always wanted to do these things.
Seriously. Whole other world.
Hot
We had to have
and sticky.
the beignets.
And we had beignets down in the French Quarter.
Yep.
And they were amazing. Powdered sugar all
Was
over your
all
face,
over.
your feet, your shirt. You swam in powdered sugar, but you had to try a beignet. Right.
Trey and Leslie picked us up. They have like this bus. Well, it's like a van, but it's how many people can it seat?
A
Like
lot.
12?
All of us, 12 of us.
They
in there.
literally picked us up, like valet service, and we all jumped in the car with them.
Yeah, and they took us to see all where Katrina happened and
Yeah.
all the flood stages and where the levees broke.
Yeah.
And it was like that was like the best tour ever, just
Yeah.
to really see and hear, because I was so glued to the Katrina catastrophe years ago, and just to be able to see what these people went through, just gave us all so much appreciation.
We're a little
New
tired.
Orleans was awesome because it was our next to last stop, huh, baby?
Hit it, yeah.
That's right. And we
show up to the venue. Random people just start showing up,
Yeah.
like Alan and Maria
Yeah.
start showing up to just random people
help us set up. I mean, that's been so cool. People
yeah.
just throwing in all
Yeah.
the extra hands.
Obviously, I want to be successful. Yes, financially. I want to be successful financially, but it goes more than finances. I'm close to my parents. I want to stay close forever. When I get married, I want to be close to my wife. I want a great marriage. I want to be the one to help people. I want to be the one that people come to me for help. So, future millionaire, yes. But if I could change millionaire to leader, I'd rather that much more.
That out of darkness will come the light, and you can either focus on the darkness, or you can focus on the massive light surrounding it and put your energy into that. And we're not meant to do this alone. We're meant to do it together. We're better together. And so when you need help, or if you don't need help, just reach out, and together we'll make this world a better place.
24th stop of Massive Momentum. How does it feel?
24. Tonight was good. You know, we were coming in a little like, just get through the night. And man, it was good. It was good spirit. Tonight was about action. It's good. It's coming to an end. It's bitter, sweet.
Because we woke up in Houston, we loaded up, 200 miles to San Antonio.
Yep.
We're here in San Antonio.
Last stop.
Our 25th Massive Momentum event is about ready to go down right here tonight.
So good.
We're hot and sticky and sweet and sweaty right
Yep.
now. But
Lots
you know what?
of-
We can
lots of
smell
deodorant
the
and body
finish line,
spray.
baby. We can smell the finish
We're almost
line.
there. We're almost there.
I feel fulfilled.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things I would have done different, but I'm very thankful. I'm very excited, and I'm very sad that we're closing this chapter that we have literally poured 5 months into, almost 6.
This tour was about helping you create massive momentum in your life, to empower you to live your life more on purpose. And we came out here for our own family to do that, to create more massive momentum in our life and feel empowered every day to live more on purpose. So yes, there's a bit of like sadness to say, okay, we've done it, we finished it, but I'm really happy and excited for the season ahead because I know there's momentum.
We're gonna go pour our heart and soul and leave it all on the field in San Antonio here tonight. And may God be with them, may God be with you, and may God be with us.
Yes.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Peace be with you.
Peace be with you.
See you guys.
Any thoughts?
I'm ready to be home. This is the last night. We're gonna bring it, and then we're gonna go home. We're gonna bring it, and we're gonna go home.
It might be hair spicy too. We're gonna have some fun. We'll leave it with them first.
The path that was once a mystery has been brightened by a voice calling me. I hear the echo.
All right, you know what? Massive Momentum just ended. 25th stop, and it's not by accident. The Echo of My Purpose is playing not even by accident. Anyway, here we
It's a
are.
wrap. We're going home.
1, 2, 3. Massive Momentum!
To my house. Yes. Are we gonna go see Buddy? Yeah. Fine stuff. Say bye, Jeff. We're gonna go home to Arizona. We'll see you there. Powerful, powerful summer. We'll never forget it. Took everything within me, every fiber of my being to contend and lean in and show up every day. But it was so worth it because I knew all of you needed to hear this message that you too can get into massive momentum to live your life on purpose. So let's do this. The kids are ready to go.
I like this. Flying private, man. This is security. You get to pull straight up on the tarmac and unload. It's awesome.
Now we go home, rest, and I'm sure go create something even more crazy.
Aren't these
You
two
know.
special?
Jeff and Ashley,
went out on a
we
limb
could
with
not
us.
have done this. The people behind these little made this possible
That's right.
to show you what's possible for you.
Yep.
So, we
So
love
take
you all.
your unique ability
And use it.
and go change the world.
Yeah.
Remember, your dream is supporting somebody else's dream, which is creating a dream.
Wherever
we went on this adventure and this tour because we knew we were called to be with the people. And I think now, coming off the tour, being home now for about 5 months, it's been, it's the people. Like, lives were impacted, and that's why we went out. Like, even though we were super exhausted towards the end, we're seeing the fruit and the blessing and richer marriages, richer families, like, not in financial. I mean, I'm talking like marriages have been like restored, and they're communicating and they're growing together. Families are thriving, they're learning, and they've hired parenting coaches. And I mean, I just talked with one at a bat mitzvah a couple weeks ago, and she has just been thriving since our tour stopped, and since working with a coach. So, which happened because of Massive Momentum in her city, where she knew, like, I have to get support and I have to get help in this area. So yeah, I think it's the impact.
The first low point on the tour had to have been San Jose. And the night that we were in the rain, we put our team up at this dive hotel.
We didn't know.
/ motel. I mean, that place could have been rented by the hour.
It probably.
And here we're like, yes, we're gonna go find an RV park. And the RV park we found was like a live-in, interesting area.
On Oakland Avenue, Boulevard or
we
something.
pulled in at midnight and rain's coming down. We're parked on the side of a hill and water's coming in. And literally Tia and I finally got to bed. I'm waiting for a knock on the door from somebody anytime. I'm sleeping with literally the gun right under my pillow. And I'm like, Tia, what in the hell did we do? That's what I said. I said, what in the hell did we get ourselves and our team into?
When I think about Massive Momentum, and I think about, our team, Jeff and Ashlyn, our girls, Alicia, Mom, Roxanne, I mean, the whole team that was behind making this a reality, Carly and Carrie Rose, and I truly, like, it was supernatural. Like, it was not, like, it wasn't something that could have been accomplished in the natural realm. Like, this was, like, definitely God ordained. There was lots of angels shifting and moving things around. Lots of divine appointments. Yeah.
To confirm what you just said, it literally was only God that carried us.
Yeah.
For how many miles we put on. And that was the thing. And it's not a regret, but I overbooked the tour. We had a few different times, like 5 different stops were back-to-backs. One period, we had 3 stops, Thursday night, a Friday night, and a Saturday night. And during that span, we did 5 stops in a period of 8 days. 5 nights in 8 days. I would have never done, knowing what I know now, I would have never done that. And the only way we did get through it was through the source of Christ.
Yeah.
And I mean, one of my favorite scriptures in the Bible, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And this was a Christ tour.
Yeah. Yeah. And it wasn't, we didn't talk necessarily about our faith background in a lot of these events. But you could just feel the Spirit of God so strong on this tour. And even some of the stops when you talk about those cities where it was like back to back to back, I don't know if other people have ever been willing to go to those places.
But we were supposed to go to each city, and no city was by accident.
Yeah.
And in fact, I just got a message from a single mom that couldn't have drove out. And her entire world and hers and her girl's life are not just surviving, they're thriving right now. And literally, she says it was that everything shifted from that tour that night in your book. Every tour stopped. T and I stayed there till the last person wanted to take a picture.
Yeah.
Share something with us. Sometimes we wouldn't even start cleanup.
Yeah.
Until 11 o'clock at night. The toughest part for us was realizing that we can inspire and we can give people 3 hours worth of tools in an evening. But if they're a part of a broke system, I'm glad I encouraged them.
But what we do every day in helping people transform their lives is what we're good at and what will bring them longevity.
Yeah.
And so it was a long tour to actually come back home to continue on the path that we've already been.
Yeah, you finish what you start, and I think our girls saw that. And if there's anything in life that we can instill in our children and this next generation is we don't give up, and you finish what you start. And
your yes is your yes, and your no is your no.
Yeah.
There is no maybe. There is no, we'll try to do that. It's like, do it or don't. And if
Yeah.
our kids can see us living that and doing that, I think that's a gift that we can pass on to this next generation.
yeah, Massive Momentum is massive. It's about helping humanity to wake up to their purpose, wake up to we all have a story, we all matter, and that, you know, community is where breakthrough happens.
Massive Momentum took an army.
Yeah.
Took a massive team to pull this off. So I want to first and foremost say thank you to you, Ashlyn, and you, Jeff, for taking a chance on us and coming with us, because there's a lot of people that played into Massive Momentum. First of all, you wouldn't be watching this without Jeff and Ashlyn. But this tour could not have happened without Jeff and Ashlyn Rogers. So I want to say thank you, because you helped our dream come true. A couple other, I want to say thank you to all the hosts in each and every city. You were wonderful, the guest speakers, the partners. Powerful nights, and so thank you. I also want to say thank you to our amazing team behind the scenes that always wasn't on camera or on stage. A lot of people back home, our assistant Roxanne Hickman, Carrie Rose, Carly O'Keefe, Shay Galloway, Misty Mann, Maya Wood, Caitlin Marie, Phoenix, Alicia, our nanny, Mom, Jeanette, being on tour half the time with us, Madeline, Hegley, my niece. We can't forget some of the guys who had to literally get their hands dirty. Daniel Drainer took time away from his family and flew out, drove and set up and handled busted out tires and about got shot up one night. I think we were in Indiana. It's a great story. Ramon Merchant taking time away from his family to come out and be on the road with us. Tia, the team that pulled this off is amazing.
It's incredible. Little Kenzer even came out on the road for a little bit.
So thank you to each and every one of you.
Yeah.
You played a key role in this. And I just want to challenge you, because Massive Momentum was about empowering people to live their best life and to get into massive momentum in the areas that matter most to you. And I challenge you to go create massive momentum in your own life. We get this one life. It is worth it. Sometimes to create massive momentum, it takes getting selfish and saying, you know what? It's my time.
Yeah.
It's time we do this. It's time that I make this year about me and my family and my goals and create momentum in the areas that matter most to me.
Yeah, and I would say commit to doing whatever it takes to be that chain breaker and being that way maker and being that one that 100 years from now that your family bloodline will look back and say, something happened here. And I just feel it within me that there's a shift and there's a tide changing right now, and you're part of that. And my plea and my encouragement and my challenge, because I'm doing this with you and I'm linking arms, we're linking arms with you, because we believe that massive momentum is possible. We've seen it in our own life. We've contended for it and we've found it in our own life. When you get into flow, when you get into community, it's not going to be easy, but it's like something like magical, supernaturally happens when you begin to get yourself into community, commit to health in your own life, and choose to be a chain breaker, a way maker, and a world changer in this world. So I'm so grateful for this team. I'm so grateful for you, that you are part of this and that we get to do this together.
God bless, friends.
Mwah.
Sure goes in easier than it came out. Back to the peach hoodie today, Ro.
Yeah?
I like the peach hoodie on you.
So look at this camera. Alright, so here we are for recording. Oh, nice to have you. Good to see you.
I'm here.
Nice to have you on time for the documentary recording.
I'm doing my best. Doing my best. Well, we're in Hillsborough,
Like
and
a
we
road
just passed
named Hillsborough.
Lois Street, we lived in Hillsborough on Lois Street, and we are going to Hooters. There's nothing open tonight. This is Doug's favorite wing place, but anyway, I don't know. I'm so confused.
What's going on? What's up, man? Pedicures. Yeah. That's how we do. Yeah.
In the middle, we don't know where.
Where are we? We're on the Florida-Georgia line.
Somewhere.
We need a concert. We're literally on the Florida-Georgia line. Yeah. Yeah.
Saturday was a good day.
It was.
On the lake, and everybody just got a little sunburn.
Yeah.
But we had a great day.
Yeah, it was also cool, like, hey Phoenix, hey Bubba. Hi, buddy. Real life, guys. You know what? It's never gonna be perfect.
Never.
Make the
Just do
daily
it anyway.
commitment to be consistent, not perfect.
Yeah.
Because they ain't ever gonna be perfect.
Take action.
That's right. Everyone waits for the perfect moment to do this recording, and it won't get done.
It will never get done.
Right? So you just gotta do it. And you know what? It's real life. You have real life going on too, so do we. So stop trying to make your life perfect. Okay, there's
This
my
is
little,
yesterday's makeup.
there's my little side, you know, man.